When it comes to LGBT spaces, one of the most misunderstood and ignored groups are people who identify as bisexual or pansexual. For those who may not know, bisexuals are attracted to men and women, while pansexuals are more open about who they are willing to date and love, which goes far beyond the concept of gender. Despite them being often ignored, more and more stars are coming out of the closet. These stars are more than willing to face social stereotypes and discrimination, while also working to make society a better place as a whole. From YouTubers to musicians and more, here are 4 awesome bisexuals or pansexuals that have made a big impact on society and are continuing to make huge strides. Miley Cyrus. For me, the most important thing is being a really good person, and that doesn't depend on what you do on stage. That depends on how you treat people when you're off stage. Miley Cyrus is a famous singer and actor who is well known for her hit Disney Channel show, Hannah Montana. She is also well known for the fact that her father is famed singer and heartthrob, Billy Ray Cyrus. This connection with her father, as well as her own hard work and determination, helped her to become the acclaimed person that she is today. She grew up on a family farm in Nashville, Tennessee, with her 5 siblings, and has been passionate about acting from a very young age. As a result, she has appeared on Doc, which was run by her father, and even an early Tim Burton movie back in 2003. She did not start acting on her namesake show, Hannah Montana, until 2004, and did well for herself in this regard. It was not until a little later when she started to get involved professionally in the music industry. In 2008, she released her album, Breakout. She later released a book about her life in 2009 called Miles to Go, but it was not until her album and music video, Can't Be Tamed, in 2010 did people start to notice a shift in behavior. 2010 is when Miley Cyrus began to break out of her shell and become a little wilder. This behavior manifested in the music video and songs that she is famous for, We Can't Stop and Wrecking Ball in 2013. She has since cut her hair shorter and dyed it a different color in order to distance herself from her Hannah Montana profile. Wrecking Ball later became a #1 hit. Despite being in the spotlight for being eccentric, she still takes the time to do great things for the community. For instance, in 2014, Miley launched the Happy Hippie Foundation, which works to, quote, fight injustice facing homeless youth, LGBTQ youth, and other vulnerable populations. She even supported the Libby Ross Foundation and decorated a yoga bag to sell in order to raise funds for them. This foundation is made to help women get early screenings and, as a result, reduces the risk for breast cancer. Miley even supported teaching your kids about giving while they are still young in a Time magazine article in 2008. If you pick up a guitar when you're 8, you're really good at it by the time you're 20. It's the same with giving back. My family has been visiting Kentucky coal mine towns since I was little. We take clothes, gifts, and school supplies. It's an eye-opener for me, seeing families here in America living in third-world conditions, and it makes me want to make a difference. The truth is, it's never too early to get involved. Someday, today's kids will be running for president. Now is our prep time. We need to get some practice in before we save the world. And she holds this true to herself. She has made donations to well over 43 charities in her lifetime, including City of Hope, DonateMyDress.org, Amnesty International, and Feeding America, just to name a few. She often donates money, but she also does a good job in utilizing her time and energy as well. When it comes to her relationships, Miley does not stop rocking the boat. She has dated Nick Jonas and Justin Gaston, along with a fair amount of other celebrities. Her current relationship is with Peeta from The Hunger Games, otherwise known as Liam Hemsworth. Although she broke up with him in 2013, they got back together and finally got married at the tail end of 2018. Cyrus first came out of the closet when she was 14, telling her mother that she felt that she was pansexual. Quote, "People fall in love with people, not gender, not looks, not whatever," she said in an interview. The story behind her coming out was one of self-discovery. "I saw one human in particular who didn't identify as male or female. Looking at them, they were both beautiful and sexy and tough, but vulnerable and feminine, but masculine. And I related to that person more than I related to anyone in my life. Even though I may seem very different, people may not see me as neutral as I feel. But I feel very neutral. I think that was the first gender-neutral person I'd ever met. Once I understood my gender more, which was unassigned, then I understood my sexuality more. I was like, oh, that's why I don't feel straight, and I don't feel gay. It's because I'm not." She was nervous when she came out to her family at the age of 14, as her family was fairly religious as well as Southern. Despite that, she knew that everything was going to be fine. "The universe has always given me the power to know I'll be okay," she says. "Even at that time, when my parents didn't understand, I just felt that one day they are going to understand." She was open about being pansexual back in 2015 when she hosted the MTV Music Awards, making her the first open pansexual to host these shows. Janelle Monáe. "We come in peace, but we mean business, and to those who would dare try to silence us, we offer 2 words. Time's up." Janelle Monáe is a popular singer, songwriter, and actor that is known for her more experimental music. While she is considered to be an R&B singer, her music often incorporates hip-hop, rock, and pop. Her breakthrough albums came in the form of her more futuristic albums, The Electric Lady and The Arc Android, the latter of which landed on number 17 of the US's Billboard Top 100. It even received a nomination for a Grammy. She was also well known before this for having the best voice that stood out in the church choir. Quote, "I come from a very hard-working class family who made nothing into something," she said about her family. Both of her parents worked for positions where they had to wear a uniform, so Janelle decided that she was going to wear a tuxedo. She claims that since her parents had to wear a uniform, she will now wear a tuxedo as a uniform as well. On top of her musical career, she has also played in musicals such as The Wiz and Cinderella, and even got into scriptwriting at one point, writing playwrights when she was as young as 12 years old for the Young Playwrights Roundtable. She later had to drop out of school and moved to Atlanta, Georgia, where, while working at Office Depot, produced a demo CD, which to start her career. It was during this time when she met 2 other songwriters, Chuck Lightning and Nate Wonder, who then created the Wonderland Arts Society. Her first professional foray into the music industry happened in 2005 when she was discovered at the age of 20 by Big Boy. As a result, she was signed on to perform on several Outkast tracks. These 2 tracks were Letting Go and Time Will Reveal. The next year, she was also featured on Call the Law and In Your Dreams. It was not until 2010 when her debut album, Arc Android, would come out to rave reviews. 2013 shows her album, The Electric Lady, which was also extremely liked by her fans. Aside from this, She took a break from releasing albums, not releasing another until her last album, Dirty Computer, was released in 2018. All in all, her music has been nominated for 6 Grammy Awards over the years. She has also appeared in many films and TV shows, including American Dad, Austin City Limits, Rio 2, Ugly Dolls, and is going to appear in the upcoming movies Harriet and Lady and the Tramp. She has also appeared in many other movies, as well as songs throughout the years, making a name for herself on various platforms. When it comes to the worlds of politics, as well as charity, Janelle does not back down. During the 2018 Grammys, she made a powerful speech about responsibility. Quote, "We come in peace, but we mean business. And to those who would dare try to silence us, we offer 2 words. Time's up," said Janelle, mostly referring to the #MeToo movement, as well as other injustices that minorities face. "We say time's up for pay inequality. Time's up for discrimination. Time's up for harassment of any kind. And time's up for the abuse of power. Because you see, it's not just going on in Hollywood. It's not just going on in Washington. It's right here in our industry. And just as we have the power to shape culture, we also have the power to undo the culture that doesn't serve us well. So let's work together." She has also been a CoverGirl model since 2012 and have been in various campaigns that talk about women's rights, such as Girls Can in 2014, as well as the more recent Queen collection. She has even donated to various charities, including Autism Speaks, American Foundation for AIDS Research, Save the Music Foundation, and has even done a charity concert to raise funds for the victims of the Flint, Michigan crisis. When it comes to how her life is as an artist, she feels a sense of responsibility to do what is right. She once said in an interview, "This is the first time that I released something with a lot of emotion. The people I love feel threatened. I've always understood the responsibility of an artist, but I feel it even greater now. And I don't want to stay angry, but write and feel triumphant." Before she came out, she would always be asked questions about her sexuality. However, she refused to come out during that time because she was not ready. She would often say, "I only date androids," as a response. This was a reference to her older album, Arc Android. While she has vocally shown support for the LGBT community since at least 2013, she did not come out of the closet until 2018, when she addressed her sexuality in a Rolling Stone interview. It was then that she came out as pansexual. In her interview, she had some choice words to say. Quote, "Being a queer black woman in America, someone who has been in relationships with both men and women, I consider myself to be a free-ass motherfucker." Although, when she was just getting into terms with who she was, she came out as bisexual. But all that changed when she, quote, read about pansexuality and was like, "Oh, these are things that I identify with too. I'm open to learning more about who I am." Shane Dawson. If you can't laugh at yourself, then what the fuck is the point of living? Shane Dawson, legally known as Shane Lee Yaw, is a social media personality as well as a popular YouTube vlogger. He is well known for his witty and edgy humor, as well as the various characters that he plays in his videos, which has on occasion gotten him in trouble with his fans. Potential controversies aside, he has received the 2010 Teen Choice Award when it comes to being a, quote, choice web star, as well as a Streamy Award for being the best vlogger. Back in 2010, he was actually the 3rd most subscribed to channel of all time. He remained in the top 5 until about mid-2012, when he was surpassed by other YouTubers. He has 3 YouTube channels, but he only really uses Shane for all of his most important videos. Altogether, he has amassed over 6 billion views and 33 million subscribers. On social media, he is popular as well, garnering 11 million follows on Instagram and 8 million on Twitter. He started out submitting school projects in a video format, which is what got him interested in vlogging in the first place. This first channel, Shane Dawson TV, was released in 2008, which he worked at on the side. His content mainly involved spoofs, parodies, and rough and controversial humor. He is well known for parodies of music videos, such as Wrecking Ball from Miley Cyrus. It was about this point that he starred in a couple of movies, including the critically panned horror movie Miley, as well as Not Cool. Other films and shows that he has been a part of includes The Annoying Orange, Internet Famous, The Mind of Jake Paul, and I Hate My Selfie, and even released his own song called Superlove, which ranked high on the iTunes charts. Shane has definitely been a polarizing figure in the YouTube space. He has been accused of saying many jokes and social media posts in poor taste, and has often apologized for his blunt humor. That said, this does not mean that he has also not done a ton of good in his career as well. For instance, both Shane and another popular YouTuber, Lisa Schwartz, teamed up to raise money for the End to Cyberbullying organization, which works to end cyberbullying. They did this by raising funds through the crowdfunding website Giglio. He also teamed up with Trisha Paytas, yet another popular vlogger, to create a mystery box full of signed items. They put the box on eBay in order to raise money for the charity Feed the Children, which works to end food insecurity. They were able to raise almost $100,000 for the charity this way. When it comes to his dating life, he has been known to be with a few people. For instance, for almost a year, he dated Nadine Sakura from 2010 to 2011. It was after he broke up with Lisa Schwartz that he created an emotional confessional video on his YouTube channel, telling his followers that he was bisexual. I'm making this video because I feel like it could help a lot of people. Over the last year, I have been extremely sexually confused. I mean, my whole life. But this last year is when it really hit me. I always wished that I was gay, that I was just 100% gay, for so many reasons. Number one, that means I would know who I was. Number two, it would be a lot easier for me to be accepted by people because I wear wigs and dresses on the internet, and I'm feminine and all these things. It'd be so much easier to be just like, yeah, I'm gay. But I'm not. I'm not really gay, and I can't sit here and say that I am because that's not real, and that's not genuine. But I also can't sit here and say that I'm straight. This is something I've come to the conclusion through therapy and from being honest with myself. I am bisexual. I have said it out loud once before in therapy, and I have never really talked about it until now. He has hoped that this video would help people who may not be as confident in coming out. Quote, "There are a lot of coming out videos of people who are gay or lesbian, and they're so confident. But it made me cry because I'm not like that. I don't know who I am 100%. I know that a lot of you guys might feel the same way." In fact, coming out to him was not met kindly by some members of his family several years back. As a result, he gained a lot of weight due to using food to drown out his emotions. He did manage to lose the weight and get a hold of his weight problem before he created his channel in 2008. "I got real fat, and I ate all the feelings," he recalled. "I was morbidly obese. It was a way for me to create a shell around me so that nobody would look at me. I didn't want guys, I didn't want girls. I just wanted to be fucking invisible." When he was dating Lisa, he did not feel right. He claimed that he, quote, "started feeling guilty, and I started being attracted to guys as well. I didn't tell her. I didn't tell anybody. I started really hating myself and really being ashamed and scared. His video, titled I'm Bisexual, was released in 2015, which soon after he started dating Chad Morgan II. The next year, he dated Garrett Watts, but this too did not last very long. Shane is currently in a relationship with Ryland Adams, who he has been with for 3 years. On March 19th of 2018, he proposed to Ryland, who said yes. There is no date for the marriage planned yet. I can't honestly say I'm gay. I can't honestly say I'm straight. But I can honestly say that I'm open to love in any way. And I guess that makes me bisexual. Brendon Urie. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be too cool for school. You can just have a good time and dance like no one's watching. Just enjoy life. Brendon Urie is a singer, songwriter, and musician who is best known for his role as the lead singer of the band Panic! At the Disco. He is the only original member of the band that remains. Everyone else has been kicked out or left and replaced. His most popular feature is his 4-octave vocal range, which provides a great deal of diversity in his music. While he refuses to consider his band an emo band, he does in fact agree that his music focuses on being emotional as well as dramatic. He has been a member of the music industry as early as 2004. In 2005, he became the lead singer of his band, taking the place of the current lead singer due to his superior vocal talent. He has also lent his voice for other projects as well, such as the comedy horror film Jennifer's Body, and in 2015, wrote a song for a SpongeBob SquarePants musical. In 2017, he even starred in the musical Kinky Boots, where he portrayed one of the main characters, Charlie Price. Brendon is active on social media and has a lot of loyal followers. For instance, he has 2.1 million Twitter followers and 4.1 million followers on Instagram. When it comes to his charity work, Brendon is second to none. For instance, he recently started up the Highest Hopes Foundation, which was made to help support other non-profit organizations that fight for human rights. The first charity that he helped was GLSEN, which was awarded $1 million by the organization for helping to combat discrimination and abuse. About the Highest Hopes Foundation, he stated on Twitter, "All of you show me strength, courage, plus motivation, and as a result, it felt important to create something to show you that I see the wonderful things you're doing out there in the world. With that being said, I want to join in on the fight for those who cannot fight for themselves." Along with donating money to charities, he has also claimed that $1 out of every ticket for his Pray for the Wicked tour would go to the Highest Hopes Foundation. For years, my fans have inspired me with their determination and creativity as they have created a safe and inclusive community. I felt the time had come for me to join them boldly, to bring that energy and power to bear on the huge challenges facing our whole society. He has also talked openly about the #MeToo movement, stating in an interview about people who have friends they know are acting slimy. When all this stuff started coming out in the film industry, more and more, I was like, of course, look at Harvey Weinstein, he looks like a creep. That guy is so gross, whose ass wants to be grabbed? I'm sure it's going to keep coming out. I don't think it's over by any means. The thing that sucks, that I think, is that a lot of guys don't speak up. They don't want to snitch, and I'm like, motherfucker, snitch. Those guys aren't your friends. They're not good people. They are doing terrible things. Tell people about it. Don't protect your friend. He was also a pretty big opposer of the Westboro Baptist Church, a popular anti-gay church that would go around picketing funerals, weddings, and LGBT events. He got into a Twitter war with them in 2014. The church was planning on picketing the concert Panic at the Disco is having. As a result, Brendon stated that for every person who attended their picket, he would donate $20 to the Human Rights Campaign. However, only about a dozen people showed up to the picket. As a result, he rounded the number up to $1,000, as well as $5 of the proceeds that he got from merch sales that day. When it comes to his relationships, Brendon is a married man. He is married to Sarah Orszczowski and has been married to her since 2013 and got engaged to her in 2011. However, he did come out as being pansexual, stating that he does not really care about sex or gender. "I'm married to a woman, and I'm very much in love with her. But I'm not opposed to a man because to me, I like a person," Urie said. "I guess you could qualify me as pansexual because I really don't care. If a person is great, then a person is great. I just like good people, if your heart's in the right place. I'm definitely attracted to men. It's just people that I'm attracted to." His fame and fortune, and the fact that he understands his social responsibility, is something that is great to see in people who work as role models for others. He came out in 2018, and his wide support for the LGBT just goes to show his determination to the cause of helping people who might not be able to help themselves as easily. In fact, all of these stars are doing a great job with teaching their fans that supporting other people and giving when you can is important. They are also opening the world up about pansexuality and bisexuals. Not a lot of people have even heard about pansexuality, let alone understand what it means to be one. This is why having representation in the world of pop stars and vloggers is important. A lot of people who are bisexuals or pansexuals feel left out, or even shunned, even by members of their own community. So, having stars like Brendon, Miley, or Janelle come out and be able to make people feel accepted is a feeling that many of us need. Representation matters, and as more people come out over the years, more people will feel comfortable in their own skin. This is only the beginning.